Hernandez from Prairie Meadows, yes. Of course, track announcer out at Prairie Meadows. Looking forward to a lot of things going on. And this weekend, Jackie, this is the final countdown for the thoroughbreds.
Things are kind of coming to a close.
Yes, I know. It's hard to believe. It seems like we
just
started yesterday, and all of a sudden we're down to the last 3 days. Tonight, Friday, and Iowa Classic night on Saturday. And that'll be it. 67 days will be in the books after Saturday.
Wow. Now, you mentioned Iowa Classic. That is the big one. Please explain to everybody why the Iowa Classic is so big.
Well, Iowa Classic night is the night where we run all Iowa breds in our races. So all the horses running on Saturday will be horses that were bred here in Iowa. And we'll have 7 big races, 7 stakes races for them. And so this is really the culmination of the season for everybody who's bred an Iowa bred horse back maybe 2-3 years ago, and some even 4 or 5 years ago, to see if they can become one of the champions for 2015.
See, Jackie, we always talk about local. That's what this is all about.
Yes, this is a chance for the local people to have their night in the spotlight and have one of their runners crowned as the best 3-year-old, older horse, 2-year-old for 2015.
But you said things get started tonight.
Well, we have racing tonight. We had racing last night, 4-day racing week to close it out. So then tomorrow night we'll have racing as well, and then Saturday night 10 races. So we'll go 10 races. We haven't had a 10-race card in quite some time, but we'll go starting at 6:30.
And how long does that take normally? In case somebody wants to plan an evening and they want to get a sitter, for example, what should be a lot?
The first race of the night will be at 6:30. Last race of the night will be about 10:40 or so.
Wow.
So anytime within those 4 hours, our stakes races, just looking at our schedule, will start about 7:30, so go till about 10:40. So there's a little 3-hour window where if you want to just make the big races, you can get there about 7:30 or so. Stick around for 6 or 7 races and catch all of the races that will be the stakes races on Iowa Classic night.
There you go. So for looking at these things, you've seen these horses a couple of times. I know you're not a betting man, but somebody at this table is.
Well, at least not at Prairie Meadows.
Yeah, okay. But
if there are other tracks to be wagered on,
say somebody was going to put a couple of dollars on the nose of one of these ponies, who would you be leaning toward?
Well, I'd be leaning towards right now a horse running in the Iowa sorority called My Woman from Tokyo. There's a good name.
That's a great name.
My Woman from Tokyo.
The Disney song, yeah.
Owned in partnership by Scott Pope, who used to be a media biggie here in Des Moines.
Yeah, Scotty Pope,
and Christine Reiner. So I think they have this horse in a good spot to win on Saturday night.
Scott Pope's
My
horse.
Woman from Tokyo.
Great name, Pope.
I do like that name.
Yep. Great song, too.
Exactly.
Any others that we should keep our eye on?
Well, let's see. I think in the first stakes race of the night, which is the Dan Johnson Memorial, named after the late Des Moines registered sports writer who was really big into horse racing, really loved the game. He passed away last fall, so we're calling the sprint the Dan Johnson Memorial Sprint this year. I like a horse by the name of Shiver Magic. Interesting story here. Iowa bred, actually debuted out in California, and the connections of this horse risked this horse in a $50,000 claiming race first start, and they lost him. And now they've watched this horse go on and win some big races, come back to Prairie Meadows for other owners and do well. But I think Shiver Magic has a good shot in the sprint on Saturday night. Just looking at the rest of the races, the other one that really stands out for me is in our 6th race, scheduled about 9 o'clock, Corn-Fed. Perfect.
That's another good one. Okay.
Yes. Corn-Fed looks to me like he's the real deal. He'll run in the Iowa Cradle, which is our big race for 2-year-olds, and he's done really well so far, and I think it'll be a good night for Corn-Fed to add another win to the record.
Now, how much money are these folks running for? How much money are the owners going for?
Well, let's look at some of the stakes values. $100,000 in the Ralph Hayes, $100,000 in the Donna Reed. Those are the races for older horses. $80,000 for a couple of the other races, the 3-year-old races. $75,000 in the 2-year-old races. So you win one of those races, and the owner gets 60% of that pot. So that's the way they break it down.
I was wondering about that.
Say a $100,000 stakes race, you win that, winning connection $60,000. Then you got to divvy it up a bunch of different ways.
Sure, but still you won the race and you got $60K.
Yes.
John, you're a big part of what happens out there when it comes to the races every weekend at Prairie Meadows. We're winding up the year. It's been in the headlines quite a bit about racing, horse racing out at Prairie Meadows. What's your opinion on the future of racing out there?
Well, in my opinion, and this is strictly my opinion, it does not reflect any management position or executive position at Prairie Meadows. I don't know how there can't be horse racing at Prairie Meadows, at least for the foreseeable future. What it looks like, that may be another story. But I think in our lifetimes we'll see horse racing out at Prairie Meadows for the duration of the time we spend on planet Earth.
A lot of times they're saying it's just because it doesn't get the accolades it deserves of the excitement that happens out there. What do you want to say to people that are watching right now that might not even realize what's happening out there, especially this weekend?
Well, if you've never seen a live horse race, you owe it to yourself to head out to Prairie Meadows, get down there right on the fence when they're running past you, and just get a feel of what it's like to hear those runners go thundering past you, whether it's thoroughbreds this weekend or quarter horses that start next weekend. When you get that little rush of those horses running by you, sometimes that's enough to get you thinking, okay, I got to come back and get a little bit more of this another time. So that's what I would suggest. Go out there, enjoy the atmosphere, get down there by the rail, watch them break out of the starting gate or watch the quarter horses run past you, and just get a feel of just how fast and how strong they are. Get close to the jockeys, which you can do down by the paddock before each and every race, and even as they walk back from the winner's circle picture, just get a taste of it, and I think that taste is enough to get you hooked.
And the thing that's as important, if you want to go to Prairie Meadows, you want to see the horse racing up close, you want to see the jockeys up close, how much does it cost to go to Prairie Meadows to watch the horses run, John?
Zero.
Zero. Zero. It doesn't cost anything. You can go there.
Park in the lot for free.
Yep.
Walk in the door for free. Walk on out there to the track apron and find a spot for free. Now, I can't guarantee that your wagering endeavors will be free, but
no, but
that's up to you.
The event itself, you can go to Prairie Meadows for free, and if it's a little warmer outside and you want to stay inside, you can stay inside if you want.
Yes, it's a good opportunity. I think if you want to bring your family out, say on a Sunday afternoon, which we'll have quarter horse racing on Sunday afternoons, bring them out there. Give them a taste of it. Every time I see a young kid walk in that south entrance and they see horses out there in the paddock, and it's like this big, whoa, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And I think if you can get them out there and give them a taste of it, they'll like horse racing for the pageantry and the fun of it, and maybe the wagering comes a little bit later.
That's awesome.
There you
See
go.
that? I think everybody has something to do this weekend, and that should be on your checklist.
Yes, I think so.
Good to see you, my friend.
Good to see you.
Thank
Have
you.
fun this weekend.